So after we have a couple areas receive over a foot of snow on the west side of Michigan, now we turn our attention to this upcoming weekend where a significant warm up is going to occur. Now, when we have these significant warm ups in the fall, most always we're going to have a pretty sharp low pressure slash cold front system move through, and that is no exception to Monday, where we have a decently moist and warm air mass. It's going to be in the 60s for southern and central parts of lower Michigan. So when we have that sharp cold front move through, the colliding air masses create some unstable, some instability there to work with for some storms and perhaps some stronger storms. To go ahead and look at the model here, we're going to watch this low pressure take shape out west, and by Monday afternoon, you're going to see this low pressure is pretty much over the UP, if not just into Canada. Go ahead and highlight the area, stop it right there. I have this fancy new tool. We have the center of the low pressure right here. And as always, we have this cold front that swings back through here and the warm front that swings up there. The result is this Gulf moisture down here has a unimpeded path up into our state. So this past storm system we had, we were talking about the instability kind of in question. We didn't really have this Gulf moisture available. So this system has that going for it. It's a very dynamic system, more so than what we had that last week. So keeping our eye on that, but also looking at a few other things. The instability is still quite forecasted to be on the lower end of things. Now, these mid to long range models don't really do a great job at forecasting overall instability. So I want to kind of wait until we get closer into that Saturday and Sunday time frame. I think by Friday evening, tomorrow evening, we'll have a pretty good idea of what to expect. But by Saturday morning, we'll kind of have a better, a solid idea of how much instability there could be. Now, if there is enough instability, this system does happen to have enough wind shear with it that I would not be surprised to see not only some damaging winds, but the potential is there for supercells. But again, only if the instability is there. Now, the only concern again with these fall setups is our instability. It's a very dynamic system. And the last thing I want to show with you guys is the SPC's wording, which really is the overall reason we're kind of keeping an eye on things. Overall, the instability is lackluster, so we're not really overly concerned at this point. But if those short-term models start coming in, it's increased instability. At that point, we worry. So if you can't read this on the screen here, the first paragraph here mentions the significant surface, basically just saying the significant system across the Great Lakes region is expected by Monday. But in the second paragraph here, at the present time, it seems most probable that peak instability will remain on the order of around 500 joules or less, resulting in only marginal severe probabilities. But this could still include low-topped supercells and or a narrow organizing squall line. Now, this is a very typical fall setup, so it's something to keep an eye on as we move into that Monday time frame. But overall, the biggest picture here is again going to be a late season warm up into the high 50s, low, maybe even mid 60s across southern Michigan. And then as that cold front swings through, Monday is a day to watch for storms and potential for some stronger storms.